bring the cast down and yeah, Doug and Galen and Leah and Cam. Everybody who wants to come down, please. Anybody? Nick, yeah, the cast. Come on. This is Doug, the co-writer of the screenplay.
All right, David came up. That was good.
Nicholas Corella, the bank teller. David Lewis, our detective. Hillary, our crazy girlfriend. All right. Wait. Oh, hi.
I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Where else is it showing? Have you got interest anywhere else?
Well, it's showing on Monday at the Vancouver Film Festival.
Other festivals?
We just finished this film about 2 weeks ago. It's, I think it's going to go into a German film festival called the Braunschweig International Film Festival. Everybody's heard of that, I know. Very prestigious. But yeah, no, we don't really know at this point. We've applied to some festivals and we'll just see what happens. And it's going to be on Super Channel, of course.
And stay tuned for distribution.
Yes, thank you, Leah. You know, you could be up here.
Theatrical distribution.
Woo! Okay. Yes.
Call your local theater and tell them.
Demand it. Well, I was trying to find an idea for a movie, actually, and I was thinking about a lot of the short films I've done. I've used media in them, cameras, security cameras, home video cameras, and stuff. And I was trying to think of a way to do that, and kind of just developed into this idea of a cameraman. I started thinking about a cameraman, and I thought, wouldn't it be weird if one of the characters could see the cameraman and nobody else could? So then I just started thinking about how that could work. What kind of a character would that be? It would probably be an actor maybe, or a newscaster, or a politician, and I kind of just narrowed it down to that, and then started thinking about why that would happen to him, probably for guilt reasons, and probably be corrupt, and so it just developed that way, and then I sort of got an outline for a story, and then Doug came on board, and we wrote the screenplay.
I mean, it's not a real psychiatric syndrome?
No,
I'm shocked.
It's a made-up syndrome, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Where did the name Clapstock come from?
Yeah.
It's the maiden name of a guy I went to high school with. His wife. Sorry, his wife's maiden name. She told me that name, and I just thought it was such a great name. And I've used it a couple of times, actually, in different things. I don't know how happy she is about that.
I
bought it.
I read the script, obviously, when I got the job. It was fantastic. And I totally forgot that the movie changes when he realizes it's a movie. I really love that beat there where the lights change in the scene and the music comes up. I was like, oh, right, I forgot about that. That was great.
Beautiful effect.
Everything, and the whole style changed too, because now we're getting overs and coverage.
It's
and,
a completely different way of
it
making
was
the film.
really clever. Nice
We
work.
basically made two films,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So, no, he was the cameraman.
I thought so.
Yeah.
That's a cost
He
saving.
wasn't happy when I told him that he was going to actually be in the movie. In the reflections. He was a good sport.
Real actors.
It was, the first 50 minutes were really easy because we had no choices. We had no coverage. We just always shot oneers, basically. Wherever, the camera was only motivated by the actors, just what the actor did. So if the actor walked away, then the camera would jump, and we plot it all out, and basically each scene would have, at the most, 3 scenes within it. So it'd be like, okay, the cameraman's going to cover you here, then there, then there. There would be no coverage. So the editing choices we're stuck with them, basically. So it was challenging for the actors, obviously, because we had to rehearse and rehearse and rehearse because we weren't going to cover the scene. There was no way to save ourselves later. So and then, of course, when we got into the movie, it became a completely different traditional way of shooting, and that was traditional editing. So it was a little bit scary, frankly, when you know that you don't have coverage. But these guys did a great job, so it made it easier. But yeah, I mean, he's in every single scene, and that's tough, especially at this budget level where it's 18 days, we're just going full on every single day. It's not like he's got a trailer he's going back to and hanging out in for 3 or 4 hours to prepare. It's just full on. So he came up early on his own dime, sort of spent about 2-3 weeks with me, and we just rehearsed, talked about it, and then he just dove in. And he hasn't seen it yet, so I'm really excited for him to see it. He's out of LA. He's in Montreal. He's born in Montreal. He's a Canadian, but he lives in LA. He's quite actually successful actor down there. I mean, he's been in a sitcom. You remember what the sitcom is called?
Accidentally on Purpose.
Accidentally on Purpose. Thank you. With what's her name? Christina?
Jenna Elfman.
Jenna Elfman, yes. So he did that was a sort of big break. Right now, of course, he's in Roland Emmerich's White House Down, which is this huge blockbuster that's filming in Montreal for $100 million. So I think he's somebody you're going to see a lot, but he's just one of those guys that's sort of just waiting, I think, to break out. I hope, anyway. But anyway, in terms of casting, we just started putting it out there, and he put himself on tape, and he was bearded, and he's kind of he's been traditionally always cast as a slacker, stoner kind of character, but he's a great actor, and he's a great comedian, and that's the key thing, was that somebody that could pull off the dramatic side of it. There's a lot of funny people, but to have that combination, and so I could sort of see that through the beard and the long hair and everything, and then he, cleaned himself up, and it was great. It was a kind of a revelation. Actually, Leah found that on the internet. We just knew. I just wanted a French song, a very romantic. I just thought it would be so funny if this guy was just in his car drunk listening to French love songs. And Leah went on the internet and found this guy, Réal Poirier. I'm not saying his name right, but he was at the Cast and Crew screen. He's a great guy. He's a local Acadian singer, and he let us have the song, and it was great. I don't know. I mean, I think it just came out of, we were just talking about it. I mean, it was just like, there aren't that many films when you want to look at like who sacrifices themselves, and it was just sort of those first films that came out to our mind, I think, right?
Yeah, I can't remember what we cut, but there was probably a list.
There was probably a list of movies, but yeah. It was shot, the first 50 minutes was shot on an HPX 5000, right, Galen? And then the last, when it turns to movie, it becomes a red, the red one? I think, anyway, yes. So it was more, we went with a traditional documentary style, news camera style to keep it that sort of reality, and then went to a movie camera. We tried to be as close as possible. The trick was the scene where it transfers. We had to shoot the whole scene on red and make it look like the first part of the scene was news footage. And then it turns, and then in post we could make it shift.
How about a big hand for everybody?